Hello, dear viewers. We are pleased to welcome you to ALLATRA TV. Today in our broadcast, we have a very special guest, Caleb. Hello, Caleb.
Hey, Mariketa.
And also,
Good to be here.
I would like to also introduce my co-host for today, Monica. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Well, before we begin, I would like to say a few words about the project Creative Society because it's a unique worldwide project initiated by people themselves. It's initiated by people who know that there is no time to wait, that someone will come and do the better place for us. It's initiated by people who know that if we want to live better, if we want to live in a better place, we make it do by ourselves. So actually the goal of this project is created by, it's creative, sorry, the goal is to create the creative society. And also within this project, we ask people all over the world how they envision such a society where everyone lives happy, where everyone lives in prosperity, and where everyone feels safety. So, in order to ask all humanity about the vision of creative society, we decided to test the theory of six handshakes. The theory of six handshakes says that all people on Earth are connected through six or even fewer social connections. And we would like to know whether this theory works in practice. So thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you, Marketka. Once again, it is my pleasure to welcome our today's guest, Caleb Estes. Caleb is a volunteer in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Caleb, thank you so much for joining us today. So we've known that you have been living in Czech Republic for 1.5 years now, but originally you are from the USA. Could you please tell us what made you move to Czech Republic?
Yeah, of course. So all throughout my life, I've been blessed by the gospel of Jesus Christ. So I wanted to share that with others. So how the process works actually is I just pause school, I pause work, and I save up money so I could go somewhere for 2 years. And I fill out an application, send it in, hope for the best, and I was assigned to the middle of Europe in a country called the Czech Republic. So I'm here. I'm grateful that I came here. I feel like I won a lottery, but yeah, so that's how I ended up in the Czech Republic.
Thank you so much for letting us know. And we have a small gift for you. Like we prepared a collage of your photos, and we would be really happy if you could comment on them, so we would find out more information about you. So technical support, could you please show us the collage we prepared for Caleb?
Cool. Yeah. So what I do as a missionary is I through service and helping others, and teaching others, I try and help others come closer to Jesus Christ. So these are some pictures from me and my mission, which is in the Czech Republic. So there I am on the left with my companion. His name is Estes. He's from Latvia. So I just work with another missionary, and we go about doing good. We organize events. That's that picture with all those people up there. We had a sports night together. I like to go on VLETs or excursions with friends, enjoy the Czech nature, and I've made a lot of great friends in the Czech Republic. So it's been a great experience.
I really like that photo where it's written that push to reset the world. Could you please comment on it? What exactly does it mean to you?
Good question. I don't know. It's just randomly in Prague, and so I don't know. I liked it because it's like it seems so simple that you could just push a button to reset the world. How I wish sometimes it could be that way. But rather than a button, we kind of need to reset ourselves and change some things within ourselves to make a better world ourselves.
Caleb, I saw on your Facebook a video where you are talking about the missionary. So you are a missionary in Czech Republic, and in the video you was talking about that you must obey 10 commandments, and actually these 10 commandments have a lot of in common with universal spiritual and moral values, which are very important in a creative society. So I would like to ask you, how do you envision the creative society?
Yeah, well, I think those are very connected, the 10 Commandments and a creative society. In my beliefs, we call a creative society, we call it Zion, actually. And Zion is composed of two things. One is righteousness, and the second one is unity. Both are really important for this type of society. And to have righteousness, that comes by following these commandments and following God. And as we follow God and as we serve others, we are more in unity. So I guess in short, as we love God and show that we love him by keeping the commandments, and as we love others and show that we love others through action and through service, we can be in more unity and harmony as a society.
Exactly. Thank you so much. I totally agree with you. Like when there are high moral and spiritual values in the society, then indeed the society looks totally different. And yeah, so Caleb, you are also already familiar with the information of creative society, and also you read on the website ALLATRAunites.com 8 foundations of creative society, and these foundations were created by social service that were conducted in 180 countries around the globe and are based on the answers and needs of people. And although they applied to different areas of society, we can see that the most important base of these foundations is the life of each person. So my question is, how do you understand the value of a human life?
I agree that it's a basis of a society and the basis within each of us, that knowing our identity is central. It's not just basic, but it's the most important principle and I know to be true. I believe that we're all children of God, that we're literally his spirit children. And the more that we understand that I'm a child of God and that you, Monica and Marqueta, you guys are daughters of God, the more we understand that, the more we realize our value. When we realize our value and we realize others' values, that they're also our brothers and sisters and daughters and sons of God. And with that understanding, we have different behaviors. We want to do what's right. We want to do something that will help us live up to our greatest potential and help others live up to their greatest potential as well.
Well, when I'm listening to you, I really want to ask you if there is some feeling or something, how to say it, what helps you to be a better person, to feel good, or how do you communicate it with the goodness in you?
Yeah. So I believe that is called the Holy Ghost. As Paul talks about the feeling of love, the feeling of peace, the feeling of joy. Those are things that come from come directly from God. There's been a lot of moments on my mission and throughout my life, really, where I've felt it strongly, and it just feels awesome. You're walking down the street and you're like, wow, that's a daughter of God, you know. And having the Holy Ghost with me always really just makes me want to do good and to serve others, and it brings a joy and happiness that can't be found in money. It simply can't be found in the world, but it can be found as we serve and love God and love and serve others.
And is it for you this feeling of God and the goodness and unity with all people? Well, sorry, Kel, do you hear us?
Yeah.
Great. So is it connected the feeling of God and knowing that all people are united? Is it connected with understanding of freedom for you? Well, anyway, I can ask what is freedom for you? Because when we are talking about the creative society, it's also a society of freedom where you can do everything and you can develop yourself in many spheres. So that's why I'm asking about the freedom and understanding of it.
Yeah, it's a great question. I think they're very connected. To me, freedom means freedom of choice. Doesn't necessarily mean freedom from consequences, but freedom to choose between what's good and what's not as good, or maybe what's bad. And so as we listen to the Holy Ghost, we can know which one to choose. For me, it's like having a pen. This side could be choices. This side could be consequences. If I pick up choices, if I do something, I'm also picking up the consequences. But the freedom is still there that I'm picking up, that I'm choosing something. An example for me is back home, I love to hang out with friends. And my parents were really good at teaching me the principle of freedom of choice. So when I'd ask them if I could hang out with somebody, if I could hang out with my friend Ashton or Tyson, they'd be like, well, what do you think? And they'd give me that freedom of choice. And so then I'd make my choice. Sometimes I wouldn't choose the best. Maybe I'd do it even if I had a lot of homework. But I later had to deal with those consequences if I didn't do my homework, for example. But I think as we choose, I think the freedom lies in the ability to choose and make what we can out of our life with what we have.
Yeah, thank you so much, Caleb. It was so inspiring, like those words you said. It's so true because, like, indeed, like each person should have the right of choose. Like, each person is like choosing in each moment in his life, and like the creative society is like a society of freedom, where every person will have this right to choose what he wants to do, and he can develop in all spheres of life. Like it's like a society of freedom, like where you are free to do like whatever you want, and like when you can develop like in so many areas. And I would really like to know, like, how do you imagine your day in creative society? Like, what will you do in such a society?
Well, I think the questions of what will I do and what I want to do might be a little bit different, but I'll answer what I would like to do. I would like to focus on relationships with others and developing my own skills, because I down and have the most value, my relationships and my experiences. So I'd like to develop my relationship with God through study of the scriptures and in prayer, and by keeping the commandments, serving others. And I'd like to strengthen my relationships with others by spending quality time with them and doing good to them, doing something that will strengthen our relationship. And then developing skills. I don't know. I probably like to, but yeah, just focusing on things that matter most to me in my development and progression.
Right. And how do you think that every person can help to create this society? What is important to do to let people know about this idea?
Yeah, I think the basis is there's a lot of opinions on social media, the news, for example. There's a lot of opinions everywhere. But I think it comes down to the basis of understanding each other better. We can help others understand us by sharing our opinions and sharing our views. But I think it's even more important to ask the follow-up question: what do you believe? And then just listen. And then together as two peoples understand each other better, they can come to a common goal. Once we have a common goal, we'll be able to make plans to better the future, and better our environment and better our society. So yeah, understanding is what I'd say.
Great. So we can say that the most important is to talk to each other and find the one goal for everyone. So actually, and now we already have the goal, because the goal is create a society, because really it's society for absolutely everyone, for people from all nationalities, sorry, for people from all kinds of religion, for all kinds of works, jobs. So it's really, I would say, the society of goodness, of good relationships, and yeah. So thank you. Did you share your opinion? Because it really inspired me to think more deeper about the idea of greater society. So thank you.
No problem. Yeah, thank
And
you.
as you said, like it's really important to have a goal. Like where there is a goal, so you know what you have to do, like, and we all are united by the same goal to live in a happy and safe society, and that's the creative society. Yeah, thank you so much. And as we mentioned at the beginning, so we are testing this theory, which is called six handshakes. And in order to continue with this train, Caleb, we would like to ask you if you know some person whom you would like to invite to the next live broadcast. So can you please name one person with whom we can make the broadcast like this?
Yeah, we'll go with my sister Lindsay. She is working as a nurse back in the States, and I think she'd have a good 2 cents to share. So I'd love to hear from her myself.
Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are very looking forward for the broadcast with her. And thank you, Caleb, for being with us today. It was a great pleasure for us. Well, and I have one more last question. What would you like to wish all our viewers and also to all people on Earth?
Oh, That's a big question. That's a big last question. Um, well, I would like to wish everybody a good day tomorrow. Just take life one day at a time and find good in the little things. There's a lot of hard times and confusion as society right now, and even in our personal lives. But there's also a lot of good. So look for the little good things in the day. What I have done is I've created a journal, I call a calendar, and I title it my miracle calendar, because I believe that every day has something good to offer. So I just hope everybody sees the good in the world.
Thank you so much, Caleb. It was so inspiring. Like, thank you so much for this broadcast. It was a pleasure talking to you, and thank you for such positive energy. Like, indeed. And also, I would like to remind our viewers, if you would like to find out more information about the Creative Society project, please visit our website, which is called ALLATRAunites.com. And if you would like to join the Creative Society project, go to the website, and at the top of the page in the right corner, you will see the red button, Join Us, where you can choose your language and share your vision of Creative Society. If you want to be our guest or a part of our team, please send us an email, which you can see on the screen. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Caleb. Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, guys.